Good morning, afternoon, evening, and welcome. Today I am going to make my own little sketchbook. So what did I start off with? Not with this. I actually started off with some A3 paper, and I decided to use mixed media paper. So I've used this Dala A3, well actually no, it's not, it's acrylic paper, but because I'm going to be using lots of mixed media on it, it'll be absolutely fine. You can choose the kind of paper that you want to use. You could use watercolor paper, you could use mixed media paper. As I said, because I want to be using lots of different things on here, I've decided to use this acrylic paper. I have used watercolor on it before and it's absolutely fine. So although it was A3, what I did was folded it in half and made myself these pieces of paper that are A4 size. And then with each A4 piece of paper, I have folded it in half and then used one of these, I don't know what they're called, bone somethings. Anyway, you could just find something that will help you to kind of get a nice crease on your paper. So I used, what did I use? I used 3 pieces of A3, which would be 6 pieces of A4. And obviously by folding them in half, we then end up with what is going to be an A5 size sketchbook. So I'm just going to pop these all inside each other. Where are we? And our final one, like so. Now this won't be completely flat along the edge, but we're looking at homemade here, so we're not too bothered about that. Then once we've done that, we want to open it out, and I'm going to use one of these. It's called an awl, A-W-L, and mine's got a little plastic nodule on it because it's quite sharp, which I don't want to lose. So I need to make myself 4 holes that are fairly kind of, you know, evenly spread out, and I'm on my cutting mat, so this is hopefully going to be absolutely fine. So we've got one there, and then roughly, oh, one there. So I've got 2, and then I'm going to do another 2 in the middle. We don't have to be, because it's just a sketchbook for our own use, we don't need this to be perfect by any means. So I'm just checking, and the holes have gone through to the other side. So let me carefully put my little plastic bit on top of my awl again. So now you need quite a thick, yes, quite a thick needle. Which one shall I use actually? Maybe that one will be all right. So I've got quite a thick needle here. You can actually order book binding needles, and then this is book binding thread, but to be honest, I've used just an ordinary needle before now, and I've also used wool, so don't necessarily need to have this particularly. And I'm just going to take, I don't know, it's about 3 times the diameter of my book, I probably won't need all of that, but, and then I'm going to thread that through. This bookbinding thread is waxed. That's why it's quite good to use. Now then, ages ago I wrote myself a diagram, so where we start and where we finish. So we go in at number 3. Oh, that's quite, it will be quite tough to push through. Actually, I'll put in at number, I need to go the other way, don't I think. Right, let's try and remember this. This could go wrong, folks. Right, in at number 3. And so we can leave some of that thread there. And then we're going to go to the next one. Number 2, I suppose we'd call that. Actually, I made 5 holes, didn't I? Let's just lose that. And then we're going to go in on this top one. And they are quite tough, is all I'm going to say. So you do need to really kind of, I'm going to use my desk to help push. There we go. So what I've done is I've left some dangling there. Then we're going to go back in. And we can go back into that one. I mean, you could probably just do this however you want, really. Let's just make sure we're pulling all of that tight. And then we can go into our bottom one. And we can go up to the next one. And then finally, we can come out of this one. And what we've actually got then are, I probably should have left that a bit longer, but we've got the 2 coming out the back there, like so. So I'm just going to cut that, and then I'm just going to tie this. And I'm going to make it into like a little, I'll make it into a little bow, I think. Like so. So I've just got a little bow there, and basically I've secured my book. So as long as you kind of like go all the way through and you make sure that you leave some when you do the first one, then you should be okay. So that is really quite simple. It's not going to hopefully cause anyone too much bother. But what we want to do, the fun bit really, is then decorating our sketchbook. So I have some papers here. I got these from Etsy a long while ago. Little Rainbow Moon, abstract flowers featuring Irit Landgraf. So these, some of you might know Irit Landgraf on YouTube. And these are like tissue paper. So I think what I'm going to do is cut something out for the front and something out for the back. And then I might even do something on the top of that. So let's see. We've got a couple of sheets of tissue paper here. Okay, so actually I can probably cut. There we go. That is just going to, let me just tidy that up a little bit. I mean, you can do yours a lot neater than I'm doing mine. But I am basically going to stick that on the front. I'm just going to get my glue. I'm going to be using the tacky glue. And we will move that out of the way a minute. There we go. I think that's going to be enough. So let's get our book back again. And is there a way round that I want it? Do I want it up that way, I think? Right, okay. So let's just, this dries clear, this glue, so we're not, I don't need to be too careful with it. Ooh, there. Like so. And I did actually tear it a little bit there, but I'm not going to worry about that either, because you know me, I'm the paint calm, do everything calmly, and if we make a mistake, well, we can just adapt and not worry too much about it. So there's our front one. Now let's see if we can get the back one done. Roughly measure that out. It's there. So we can cut this out. Maybe a bit slimmer. We need it to be a bit slimmer. And I think I'll cut a little bit of that off. I've had this for quite some time, this tissue paper, not knowing what to do with it. Okay, that's going to fit now. So let's just move that out of the way again, over there. And we can pop our glue on again. We can get that going. Ah, there we go. Oh, looks like I'm getting near the end of the glue. Doesn't matter, I've got another one. Okay, there we go. And then it's quite tricky because it's tissue paper and it's very flimsy. But we can then try and carefully get that. We did a slightly better job on that one. That one glued down. So that we've got something quite pretty. Oh, I've done it again. Oh no, we're okay. We need a bit more glue there. And then what we could do is find something else that we want to stick over the top, if you like. So I've got a few stickers and things. Let me have, oh, and this actually was part of, this was part of the same set from Irit Landgraf on well, that should put on Etsy. These are just little bits of card, so we could then put something like that over the top. Yes, let's go with that. Let me move that one down and that one up. Okay, let's get you up. And perhaps I'll stick it over the bit that kind of went a bit wrong, where I creased up the tissue. Oh, there we go. I'm sticking it over the bit that where the tissue paper creased up, like so. Very nice. And then maybe we'll go with something that's a bit more purpley bluey. Oh, here we go. That one seems to look quite nice. And for that one, I think maybe we'll just go in the middle. So let's just put some glue on this one. But you could use anything at all. You know, you can decorate it your own way. I think I'm going to pop that like so. Okay, I think I might need a little bit more glue on this corner. There. So in just, oh, how long have I been going? I don't know. 16 minutes. So yes, in 16 minutes we can make ourselves our very own little A5 sketchbook with the 3 sheets of A3, or what would be 6 sheets of A4. What do we get? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Look, we've got 22 pages in this very slim, very pretty, if I say so myself, sketchbook that we've made ourselves just with our own paper. So you know, you could go on, you could decorate it more, you could get some pens out, that kind of thing. You could I might just put my name on it, actually. Let's see if I can find a nice pen to write my name with. Purple might go nicely, mightn't it, with this. Let's go with purple. So I'm going to get my name here. Oops. There we go. Michelle Mould. And so, you know, I'm just, if you just want something that you're not going to be too precious about, to take out and about with you, maybe to take on holiday with you, maybe, you know, these are going to be nice and slim, they're not going to take up too much room. I just think that that's really easy. I will save my bits of tissue paper that might come in handy for something else. Yes, I just love making, I like making these for friends so that they're like little notebooks as well. Yeah, you can come up with all sorts of uses for them, but nice and easy, not too complicated. What do we need? We just need the paper, some scissors, We need something, you know, some string or some wool in order to be able to sew it together. We need a needle. There's not much else that we need really. So yes, very happy with my little sketchbook. Perfect. I might keep that for when I go away. So there you go, a nice simple idea. I'll put some links below if you want links to sort of bookbinding string and an awl, and maybe if you did want to you know, invest in some bookbinding needles, I'll try and find those for you. I forget what this is called, a bone folder, I think. And in case you haven't got one of those, I'll try and find a little link for you. So yes, real quick one today, 20 minutes, short one. Hope you enjoy that. If you do, you know, make your own, let me know how you got on. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you again for something new next time.